Oh shit, my fault, yeah. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz. Welcome to the channel. BaptisteBros representing for myself today. Natty Baptiste chilling with the pops, and he came to New York. He's chilling with my dad today, so he's just like, he sent his picks in the group chat. I said the group chat in the Excel sheet. I'll show y'all what he picked. He sent the parlay that he made for later on in the show, so we'll definitely get to that. But real quick, you know what I'm saying? Before we get to this week, I gotta explain what happened yesterday. So, we were all excited to do it, but we went to Atlantic City and I got cleaned out. I got cleaned up. I got cleaned up. But we got back at like 8 something, 9 something. So it was like, let's just not even do a show. Let's not even force it to happen. Like it's okay. So instead, I'm doing it today. The only thing I want to talk about is of my fucking Ravens, man. That's all I want to talk about. Got the Ravens hat on. Shout out to my brother. Christmas gift. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. I got gloves too, but I ain't wearing no gloves in the house. It's weird. But we handled business against the Niners. I love it. 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 Yo, El Cool, my boy. Welcome. For big dubs. Thank you. We wanted to talk about it yesterday, but we're gonna talk about it real quick. Mike Florio, hold that L. Richard Sherman, he's standing 10 toes, which I can respect it. He's standing on his takes. But if that doesn't show you what an MVP is, him doing what he did, he's saying, oh, the defense got 5 turnovers. Very true. Very true. My fault, bro. Sorry. But the defense got 5 takeaways. Well, 4 with Brightport. And then the 5th one was to close it out. So 4 turnovers. But the offense needed to score points. And that's what we did. 7 straight possessions where we scored either a touchdown or a field goal. That's Lamar. Lamar escaping from the pocket. James Jones said it best. Nick Bosa, who's normally very aggressive, he couldn't be too aggressive because Lamar's fast enough and elusive enough where he can just evade that rush, whoop, and just keep it pushing. Yeah, I'm sorry for the background noise you might hear in the background. But we held it down. We handled business. I said it. If we lost the game, but it was very competitive back and forth, I would not be mad. If we got blown out, I'd have been devastated. I'd be annoyed, and you know what I'm saying, the media would have been like, oh, especially like Florida, oh, I told y'all this was gonna happen. Oh my god. Like that. But instead, what the real thing happened was the Ravens flock held it down. We went to their crib. Bro, cool. You feel me? And another quick thing before I actually get started with this week's week 16 predictions. Wait, is week 16? No, it's week 17. I'm sorry, yeah. Am I bugging? Yeah, it's week 16 to week 17. I'm so sorry. Let me edit that real quick. Week 17. Yeah. My fault, y'all. As I do this live. Yeah, week 17. Sorry. Cam Newton. Everyone's attacking him about what he said about Cam, about Brock, who, and Dak Prescott, Tua Tagovailoa, whatever. But yet, when he's vindicated because of the fact of him looking like a pedestrian, because a valid defense came through and slapped him around. For Dak, freaking he was the reason why they lost the game, because that fumble in the first drive. That killed all momentum. They were really about to punch it in and go up, and then scored. They scored again, and then like it would have been an avalanche. I do think they would have won the game if they had scored that. And as soon as I seen that they didn't get it, I was like, oh yeah, this game is over. This game is over, y'all. But regardless, it's fine. Cam Newton vindicated. I love that. But now we with the new week 17 predictions. Before all of that, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're cool, Shout out to you. Keep typing in the chat. If you want to hop on one day, yo, uh, on Instagram at BaptisteBros, like follow us and hit us up, and we can definitely send you a link so you could be a part of the show too. Like if that's what you want to do, Elku, if you want to do that, great. If you know somebody who's like a content creator themselves and they want to do it, by all means, by all means. So for me, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get right. Let's get right, y'all. Let's get right. It's gonna be a pretty quick show, not gonna lie. Every team is playing, but it's not like a lot. It's not a lot. So let me see. No, no, no. How on it? Fuck it. I'll do this. So we got Thursday night. I think the last Amazon Prime game. Yeah, last Amazon Prime game. Jets and Browns. Nacho has who he has. He has the Browns winning. I need the Browns to lose. Because if the Browns lose, we clinch the North. Right? There. Fun fact, y'all. There's a chance that the Browns could get the 1 seed. If they win out, which is very possible, we lose out. And Miami, obviously, they beat us, and then they lose to Buffalo. And then by default, the Browns would be the 1 seed. So for that, I need the Jets to lose. I mean, need the Jets to win. That, as well as I would never root for AFC North. Us is to my benefit. And the Browns losing will be to my benefit because hold it down, y'all. Hold it down. Jets, you're out the playoffs. The defense played well against the Commanders. I don't know. And then Jacoby Brissett just cooked y'all in the second half. So I don't know. It's wishful thinking for sure. I do think in my heart of heart, like my mind is telling me, yo, the Browns is going to hold it down at home and just roll the Jets. But my heart and the agenda needs the Jets to win. So let's go Jets. Let's go Jets. All right. Lions, Cowboys. Cowboys on, I think, a two-game losing streak. Yeah, because I think they beat Philly and then they lost to Buffalo and Miami on the road. Now they're a desperate team because they're in the playoffs, but seeding wise, they still have a chance to win their division, but they need a little bit of help from the Giants and the Cardinals for the Eagles side. But this is a must win for Dallas. That and they haven't beaten a team with a winning record except for Philly. The Detroit, they're playing good ball right now. They just clinched their division for the first time in a while. And since the Ravens beat the Niners, that 1 seed is still in play. They need the Niners to lose another game, which next week they play the 49ers play the Rams. It's definitely possible. But the Lions have to control what they can control. The Cowboys at home is a scary animal. They average, I think, damn near 40 points a game or 30-something points a game at home. So that's a juggernaut. Cowboys need to win, but I think the Lions, since at a dome, is certainly the defense of Dallas has not been playing well. And they can't stop the run. Evident as in that last drive against Miami. So I think, sorry for the noise again. Sorry for the noise. But I do think at the end of the day, the Lions want to run the ball. So if they run the ball, they win the game. You got Dave Montgomery, who's trying to get a K, and Jameer Gibbs is trying to get 1,000. I think they run the ball early and often in the defense with Aiden Hutchinson try to make a pole goal, and they hold it down. I think they win. So let's go Lions. Nacho has the Lions winning as well. So let's go Lions. All right. So Miami coming to Baltimore, also on a short week, but we're at home. Right. I love that. It should be cold. That favors us. The high, both teams are on a high. That Miami beat Dallas at home, right? They not silenced the doubters a little bit, but they definitely got some respect put on their name by being a team above 500. So they was like, oh yeah, like we can do this. This is to decide who gets the 1 seed. This is because like obviously the tiebreaker would go to the loser. I mean the winner. So if we lose, but we beat the Steelers next week, but if like it doesn't matter, because Miami would lose to Buffalo, and they still would get it because they beat us. So this is a must win for both teams. But I gotta get my solo shot, my solo shot, my solo shot. It could be the curse of the Niners. Because if you play the Niners the week after, shit hits the fan for you. The teams like I think Minnesota played them, and then Kirk Cousins got injured. Cleveland had played them, and then Deshaun got hurt. Cincinnati and Joe Burrow got hurt. So like it's a hard road to play right after you play San Francisco. Same thing with us. You play us, you feel it. You feel it. Like Browns too. Like you like those. These are the three best defenses in the league, and they're the most physical. So, but one thing about Miami, they not ready for that. PQ in the presser, he said we play a brand of football. A lot of teams are ready to play. He's like to run around in the grass. Now I don't know if that was a shade at San Francisco, at Miami, or wherever, but I do think our defense holds it down. Tyreek might go off, but Jalen Waddle might not. He might play. He might not play. He hurt his ankle, so he'll be fast, obviously, but not as effective. Um, the offensive line of Miami is still bad, and they did. I don't think if y'all noticed and y'all watched the game against Dallas, Micah Parsons was eating, but he was getting held a lot, and they weren't calling anything. They weren't calling anything. So for him to do that as a one man band, or I mean, Demarcus Lawrence is cool. We got a whole like orchestra of guys who could get after the quarterback, leading with Mazubike, Jadavion Clowney, and then Kyle Van Noy. We got bodies that we could throw at this makeshift offensive line for Miami. Put pressure on Tua. It's a cold game. It should be ugly. And then for our offense, Miami, to be honest, like I ain't gonna lie, I keep it a whole stack. Miami, since Jalen Ramsey's been there, I think like week 8, they've been a top 5 defense. So from that span, now I'm a little inflated because they played the Jets twice, I think, in that span. They played some bad teams. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, I'm rolling with my Ravens. Of course, we're gonna be home, and this is for the one team. Natty's with my pops. He came to New York for the holidays, so he went to go see my dad for the night, drink with him, chop it up, stuff like that. So he'll be back next week. I think he might come to my crib to do the show next week. We'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, Ravens catch the dub. Not easily. It might be high scoring, but this is low key revenge from last year. Because Pete, remember, we was spanking them by like 21, and then it came back. I think it was like week 2 or something. Like Lamar had an amazing game, and then our defense sold, and like Waddle and Hill both went nut, and Tua just was going within. So that was the best game of Tua's career. We cannot have that again. So we got to get redemption from that. And we're on a high of we're trying to get Lamar MVP, but are we really though? Do we really care? We don't. We don't care if Lamar wins MVP. Yeah, so like, bro, like that was a devastating loss that we had because we was up by like 21, and we in our fourth quarter we just lost it. So we cannot go out like that again. Nutty, super nutty. Next we have Patriots Bills. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I've been rolling with the Bills for the last couple weeks, but now the agenda needs them to lose. They almost lost to the Chargers with Easton Stick. I had them losing, but I was wrong. But they almost won. And that's concerning because the Raiders dropped 63 on them. So everyone was like, oh, yeah, they dropped 63. Like, you should at least score 30, right? Right? No, wrong. Stephon Diggs has not had a good game in a while. He not always kills the Patriots, but he always has his like one of his better games against the Patriots. He hasn't had 100 yards in like damn near 2 months. That's bad works. So to close out the year, New Year's Eve, to bring in the new year 2024, I think Stephon Diggs goes nuts. However, that roller coaster Allen thing is a real thing. So he's on the decline. He had he the Bills had a good game against the Cowboys. Allen had a decent game against the Chargers. So it's either he has an amazing game again because they're at home, their last home game of the season, regular season maybe. You know, like life happen, they might win the division somehow and get a host of playoff game. But the roller coaster is there, so he either can go ape shit crazy, or he can plummet and go back to the regular. So I do think Buffalo wins in my mind. But my heart is I'm terrified of the potential of Josh Allen. Because if he's clicking on all cylinders, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. So feel me, like the chance of playing against that is I don't want that. So now we're anti-Bills fans. So I said Bills. Woo. Let's go Patriots. Now, do I think it's gonna happen? Absolutely not. But I'm prepared to die on the sword. I'm prepared to die on the sword. So what is the game? So yeah. Falcons, Bears. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it sweet. Actually, no, a little lengthy. Ever since Montez Sweat has became a Chicago Bear, that defense has been transformed into a unit. It's been a unit. They've been getting takeaways, they've been getting sacks and stops, and the offense has been not clicking, but they've been having spurts of greatness. And I think Justin Fields, ironically, is playing the team that I think should trade for him. So I guess they get a nice live look of what Justin Fields can bring to the table if he is traded to Atlanta. Hometown kid, it makes sense. They got weapons already. Him and Bijan with a freaking RPO option would be nut. That would be absolutely crazy. Now, you would hate it, but I would love it because I'm a huge fan of Justin Fields, and I would like to see him in an organization that wants to throw the ball or wants to run the ball and has a very solid defense in Atlanta. So, especially the hometown kid, that's just an added boost. Like as a kid, like, for me, like I played football in Pop Warner. I was like obviously I wasn't going to the league. If I got better coaching, maybe. No shade, no shade. But like everyone's dream when they're a young kid is to play a sport for their hometown team. So I feel like that would be a perfect coming home thing for Justin. But I do think the Bears win because I do think the Bears they're not out of it yet. I think they're out, maybe. Like if everyone else loses, like they have a small chance, but they still want to end the season off on the best note. That loss to Cleveland definitely like hampered their chances a little bit. And that loss to the Broncos early in the season when they blew like a big lead. But man, it's the turnaround since the trade deadline when they got swept. It's been you see it, and I'm excited for what they can do. I want the Bears to keep Justin and trade and either trade down the pick that they get from Carolina to get someone else or whatever, get some future assets to just help build the organization up the right way. Or just draft Marvin Harrison and have DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison with Justin Fields. That works too. That works too. All right. Titans and Texans. The Texans won a game they shouldn't have against a Titans team that was on a high when they played Miami, right? CJ Stroud should return. He should return. I think he's going to clear concussion protocol. And even regardless, I think the Texans just win the game because the division's in sight. The division is in sight. The Jags are vulnerable, and I think we just here. We're just here with it. So I think I'm going with the Texans as well. I think they're playing well. They're playing well. And plus they got spanked by the Browns, and I think they want their link back against the Titans. And it's gonna be close. Obviously, divisional games are not always close, but majority of the time they're close. So I think the Texans just hold it down and win that. All right, Raiders and Colts. Now, the Raiders are not out of it yet. They are not out of it yet. The Colts lost to Atlanta. At Atlanta, I know that, but they lost to Atlanta. The Raiders offensively are offensive, but that defense is playing lights out. There is still a chance that the fucking Raiders can get into the playoffs. If that's the case, I'm on that agenda. I would love to see Antonio Pierce and Max Crosby and Devontae Adams in the playoffs. Granted, they would probably get bounced in the first round, but I would still love to see it. So and plus they have a chance to win the AFC West depending on the game later on. So for me, let's go, let's go Raiders. And I think Shane Steichen has done a remarkable job as the Colts coach in his first season. He's done a remarkable job. The fact that they're even in playoff contention, that's just a freaking that's disrespect to him. Representation of what he's done and what he's bring to the table or brought to the table. I just think that eventually the milk runs out. You can get the juicer and try to get as much of that lemon as possible, but eventually the juice runs out. And I think Gardner Minshew, he's a good story, but he's not a game changer. He's not. He's just solid. And to win these next couple of games and possibly upset somebody in the playoffs, you need that. You need that guy. And I think the luck is run out. So I think the Raiders win, keep their hopes alive for even if they don't win the division for a playoff spot. So depending on how it goes, they can be in the playoffs. All right, Rams, Giants. Natural for the agenda needs the Giants to win. Me, in my heart, in my mind, I think the Rams pull up to New York and blow them out. But I think this is a 1:00 game. I want to say it's a 1:00 game. Let me check for a second. Let me check my handy dandy app here. Hold on. NFL. It's a 1:00 game. Okay, so they got to go cross country at 1:00. Granted, they're off a mini bye because they played on Thursday, but they got to still go to New York or Jersey. Short. I'm going with the Giants. Plus, I don't like Tommy Cutlets. I said that, but fucking Tyrod Taylor is a starter. I love that. He just a guy that can really like help a team win. And I hope he gets another opportunity next year for being a bridge quarterback or whatever. Just a new spot to have an opportunity to start. So I'm going with the Giants. I think they played well against Philly, but they were very like the bad first half they had with Tommy Cutlets. It was just bad work. So that insanity run is over. Hopefully Tyrod can do something. Do something. I know that we need the Giants out the playoffs contention, but the Rams they gonna want it. They're gonna bring it to them. And my mind's telling me the Rams before the agenda. Gotta go with the Giants so the Saints can have a chance. All right, 49ers at Commanders. 49ers got punched in the mouth by my Ravens. Yes, sirski. And they gotta go cross country. I want to say at 1:00 again. Or I think this is the beginning of the. Let me see. This is at 1:00. They gotta go cross country. Short week, first of all, on the road. Trent Williams is injured with the groin. Brock Purdy turning into a pumpkin. Jacoby Brissett is the starter, I think. I'm pretty sure I saw the notification of it. My mind's obviously 49ers. They want the bounce back and they roll them. But the agenda is for the Lions to get the 1 seed. That is the agenda. So for that to happen, they either need to lose both or at least just one. I think the Commanders win. Going with the Commanders. I think, and plus I need Christian McCaffrey to have an off game. There's still a chance that he can win MVP over Lamar. And he might not care, but I sure do care. I care about my quarterback. That's my quarterback. So let's go. Let's go Commanders. I think Jacoby, like literally, bro, I kid you not. Every time Sam Howell starts the game for like the last 2 weeks, they've been getting blown out. You sub him out, you put in Jacoby, and they make it a game. They actually had the lead against the Jets with like a minute left, and then they got to the field goal, and then they lost the game. But like, bro, Jacoby Brissett he's one of those guys. And ironically, last week we had talked about it. Like, and the Jets really should have like traded for him or something like that, because Jacoby Brissett with that skill set, with that skills and that defense, he would have been able to do something and maybe get the Jets into the playoffs. But no, he wanted to be stubborn. Aaron Rodgers, you bum ass. So let's go, Commanders. Probably won't happen, but a guy can dream, right? All right, Panthers and Jags, bro. Two down south teams, and right now, Trevor Lawrence, the print that was promised, has not been promising. The promises. No, it's not. It's not been hitting. It's not been hitting at all. Ever since he got hurt, they lost to Cincinnati, they lost to Cleveland, they lost to Baltimore, and they lost to Tampa Bay. That's crazy. 4 straight L's. You haven't won in December. It's crazy. That's crazy. And you about to close the year out with another L, because the Texans are gonna win the division. Let's go. Let's go, Panthers. Especially if the tip, oh bro, up with it, because last week, granted, it was against the Packers, and the secondary is ass. But Bryce Young showed some things. He showed something. He showed some fight. He showed some resilience. Get him some offensive line help, and get him like a number one receiver, T. Higgins, and trust. You'll see the development of Bryce Young. I'm not giving up hope on him yet. People saying he's too small. That's true, but he's won a Heisman for a reason. Like, he has the intent. He has like the mindset. He doesn't have much athletic ability, but he can run it a little bit. And I think the Jags defense is sorry. And I do think that, for me, like, that offense, if Trevor Lawrence is not right, the Panthers defense can get to him. And if they get to him, they'll make it a long day for Trevor Lawrence. So let's go Panthers, because why not? Because why not? All right, Cardinals, Eagles. Bro, not you saying Eagles, which I can understand, but Devontae Smith said it himself. They're not playing good ball right now. Me and Nacho been saying this the whole season. Like, they're not playing good ball. They're not playing good ball. But yet, they've been winning games. They low key should have lost to the Giants. I'm not gonna lie. Low key should have lost to the Giants. However, they didn't. Instead, though, you got a team at home. They need a win to secure that division. Because if the Lions win Saturday, which is Saturday, it's like Monday Night Football, but Saturday edition is weird. But if the Cowboys lose, and the Eagles win, the Eagles win the division. So this is a must win for Philly. But for chaos, actually, no, I can't say that. I know the Cardinals been bad, and like, oh, but they can do the upset. Nah, I can't see that. I gotta at least have some convictions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have a little bit of confidence. Now, Kyler Murray can definitely carve up that freaking secondary. Can definitely carve up that secondary if he gets the time. But the offensive line is trash, and this will be a game where if Philly blows them out in like on all facets, everyone's going like, oh, Philly's dangerous again. Philly's getting there. But until they play a true team, and like, they could be one and done in the playoffs. James Jones said it today on the Hurt. They can be a one and done, or they can be in a championship, or they can be in a Super Bowl, like Chris Broussard wants it to be. So we'll see how it goes. But I do think they win. But if they lose to the Cardinals, man, listen, that would be so bad for business, y'all. It'll be so bad for business. All right. So now we got one more game before the 4 o'clock slate. Saints, Bucks. The Bucks win. They win the division. I was thinking about it today. I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck Baker, right? He's on his redemption arc. I'm not the fan, but I've slowly come around to like like at least respect him a little bit. It took Mike Florio getting freaking reckless and talking. Like I would never be sure like oh kick the shot. I just say fuck Baker because like I just didn't like the person. I never said he was ass. I mean I say he's ass, but I be joking half the time. And plus my platform was small. But I'm going with the Saints. So must win for both. More so for the Saints. Because if the Bucks win, like people saying, oh, the Rams could win. I think the Rams get into the playoffs with a win, so they need to win. Fucking Seattle needs to win. Freaking, or you got the Packers and Vikings Sunday night playing each other. So there's so much on the line for this game, and it's crazy. And sidebar, I wish Miami and Baltimore was flexible Sunday night. I so wish that. I so wish that. Because why not? Why not? You got the two top teams in the AFC playing each other for the 1 seed. That writes itself for it. And then if Tua beats Lamar, they'll say he's the MVP. If Tyree goes ape shit against the Ravens defense for like a $152 hundo, they'll say he's the MVP, like Richard Sherman Ballmaster said. But hey, that's I digress. We'll get to that later. But let's go Saints. And in terms of natural, I gotta shake the camera. Let's go Saints. Gotta hold it down. Cause natural, he's not having a good time. He's not having a good time. He ain't have a good Thursday. And he been smiling and laughing, but I know if the promise of like if they lose and don't get into the playoffs, he'll be devastated. I can't have my brother be devastated. You know what I'm saying? I can't have that. So that's bad for La Familia. It's bad for La Familia. All right, Steelers, Seattle. Steelers had a good showing. Mason Rudolph, right? But like I said, I ain't going for no fucking AFC North team unless it bodes well for me. So, with that said, let's go Seattle. Natural needs the Steelers to win, but I'm sorry, I can't roll with that. I just can't roll with that. You feel me? The fuck? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Why would I ever root for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Unless they put like right now, even like the Bengals Chiefs, bro. The Raiders could win the division if the Chiefs lose out and the Raiders win out. So that's my agenda. But again, the Ravens already like no matter what the Chiefs do, they can't get to the 1 seed. So they can win. I'm sorry, I'm gonna kick to the game. Bengals Chiefs. If Joe Burrow was playing, I'm like, give me the Bengals. But he's not. Jay Barron, is his Linsanity run over? Is that the case? The Chiefs gotta figure something out. But until they do, I'm not jacking them. Until they do, I'm not jacking them. So actually, I will jack them because I don't want the bum ass Bengals without Joe Burrow in the playoffs. Like save that for another team. Say that for another team. So let's go Chiefs. Get right. Y'all are the number one lock the fuck in. We'll talk about that after. But I gotta get right. You gotta get right. Chargers and Broncos, they bench Russ for the rest of the season, and they're gonna cut him. They're probably gonna get a new quarterback. They're gonna draft a quarterback. I love that. I love that. Fuck the Broncos. Y'all lost to the Patriots, bro. Lost to the Patriots, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let's go Chargers, man. Easton stick, whatever. Come on now. Let's go Chargers, man. Let's go Chargers. Short and simple. And now Packers and Vikings, right? We fake need the Packers to win. But then we fake want the Vikings to win. It's tough. It's tough. But it should have beaten the Lions. I'm not gonna lie. If Nick Mullins doesn't throw 4 interceptions in a game, they beat the Lions. Justin Jefferson continues to get better and better, and I think this is going to be like a week 1 of last year when he had like 3 catches for like a buck something and 3 touchdowns. Like it's going to be that type of day. And plus, Jair is suspended, so that's bad vibes for the Packers. And plus, their secondary is already trash, already bad. So it's just like it's gonna be even more, and I love that. So let's go Vikings. Yeah. So now we got the best segment in all the sports. Got the lock the fuck in before I tweak out. You know what I'm saying? So if I can get to the thing, oh, we didn't do it. Lock in. So my number 1 candidate is the Chiefs. Chiefs offense. Chiefs defense actually even top 5. Some may say top 3, but I'll be calm and say top 5. Chiefs offense got a lock really today. Lock the fuck in, bro. Lock the hell in. Second team, I'm gonna say the Texans because kind of how it goes. We could wake up New Year's Day. Oh, not wake up. We could, people start their partying and bullshitting after at like 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock, whatever. So we could start our partying and bullshitting for the 2024 with the Texans, straight off. First off of drafting a 2nd overall pick and a 3rd overall pick, can be leading their division in their first year with a rookie head coach. Who would have thought? Not me for sure. And the third is going to be Philly. Philly. Because y'all need to win this. Y'all need to win this. And y'all need to do it in a way where it's like all right, like, come on, like, have the faith of the fan base back. Because Jalen Hurts throwing in pick sixes is not helping. And Cardinals is a team where if you keep them in the game, they will definitely hang around if you let them. So you got to put them away early and often and score when you can. What happened to A.J. Brown, right? People were saying he was the MVP. I didn't say that. I had him on my fantasy team. Glad he was on my team. I didn't make the playoffs, but I didn't get last place either, so it's fine. No punishments for me. But yeah, bro, like Chiefs offense, Texans as a team, you got blown out badly. Blown out. That was a bad loss by the Browns. And without a kick return touchdown, I think you only scored like twice. Not even. I think you scored as field goals. Oh no, you scored a late touchdown to try to close it out, but it's whatever. Anyway, Philly, Texans, Chiefs offense. Lock the fuck in, y'all, before I tweak out. All right, so now, as I do what I do, what it is. Ugh. Give me like a little short break. All right, we're back. We're back at it. So we got the spreads for week 17. Is week 16 or 17? Am I tweaking? I think it's week 17. Am I bugging? Week 17. Oh, I am bugging. I was bugging. Oh well, it's fine. Week 17 spread. Nah, actually, I should. Hold on. My fault, yeah. Because I'm really I think I'm tweaking right now. Week 16 was last week. So now we're at week 17. Okay, good. Okay. Bro. I didn't go to work Monday, Tuesday, so today's my Monday. It's a lot, y'all. I'm sorry. So we got all games. Here we go. The spreads. Here we go. All right. So, all right. Jets Browns. Browns favored by 7.5 at home. I'm going with the Jets. I don't know how I'm not putting no money on this. I'm actually taking a break from betting for a little bit. I told y'all AC killed me a little bit. So I gotta take a little break ski. Wait. All right. Lions, Cowboys. Cowboys at home -6. Low key disrespectful. High key disrespectful. Let's go Lions +6, dog. Like the Cowboys got spanked. Not spanked. They got spanked by Buffalo and they lost. Their defense sold them against Miami. And the Lions' offense is on par with Miami's. And plus, they like to run the ball early and often. That's disrespectful. That's similar to the Ravens being disrespected against San Fran. I ain't gonna lie. So let's go Lions. Smack him in the mouth and lock in. All right, Dolphins, Ravens. Ravens -3.5. I'm feeling bold. I'm feeling big bold today. Big bold. My nuts hang. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Word. All right, Patriots, Bills. Bills favored by 13.5, which I don't know why, because they've been looking shaky. I don't know why. So let's go Patriots. Patriots, my plus 13.5. Bro, you want to tease that? That's 17. Tease out plus 14 teaser. That's plus 27, bro. You can get that. But I'm not gonna do that. Falcons, Bears. Bears -3. Let's go. They're playing extremely well, as I mentioned. They're gonna lock in. So let's go. All right. Titans, Texans 4.5. Ooh. I don't know if CJ Stroud playing. I'm pretty sure he is. But I'm just going to call him. Texas money line. That's light. Raiders, Colts. Colts favored by 3.5. No. I'm going with Raiders plus 3.5. I don't believe in the Colts. Fraudulent. 3.5 is a big number. 2. Rams, Giants. Giants are underdogs at home 5.5. I believe in Tyrod. I love Tyrod. Former Raven great, by the way. He played for the Ravens. He got a Super Bowl with us. He didn't play, but he was on the bench. He's a backup. All right. 49ers Commanders plus 7.5. That was bold. He's a bold motherfucker. That's crazy. I'm going with the Commanders plus 7.5. I think Jacoby Brissett is awesome. I think he's awesome. Give me a second. Take some water. All right. 49ers Commanders plus 7.5. Good. All right. Panthers at Jacksonville. They're at Jacksonville, but it's not that short of a commute. Jags been looking shaky. Give me the Panthers plus 6.5. Do I believe in it? No, but I want the Texans in the playoffs. So let's go. Fun fact: it's counterproductive because I have a parlay that has the Jacksonville Jaguars with more than 10 wins or 10 plus wins. It's going against the parlay. Well, fuck it. Where Cardinals, Eagles. Eagles 10.5 is a huge spread. I'm going. I'll just go Eagles money line. I do think they win, but 10.5. They're basically gonna win by 11 points. That's a huge number. That is a huge number. So I would definitely bet against that. Saints, Bucks 2.5. I think the right team's favorite at home. They're at home, so they get that friendly bounce. But these teams are evenly matched. I'm not gonna lie. So I do think Derek Carr, he has one of those like lock-in games where he's just like him and Chris Olave is like clicking, him and Rashid, little deep shot clicking, you know what I'm saying? And the defense steps up big time against Baker. All right, Steelers at Seahawks 3.5. I'm going with Seahawks. I think they've been looking shaky offensively, but defensively they've been looking a little solid. They've been very opportunistic. And is the insanity run of Mason, the Red Nose, Whack-A-Mole, Rudolph starting? We'll see. But the Steelers need this to win the playoffs. I'm giving you guys the playoff kitchen scenarios in a bit after we do this. All right, Bengals Chiefs -7. Nah, no. I just put Chiefs win. I think they just win the game and hold it down. 2 more games. We got the Chargers at the Broncos. Chargers, I don't know. I don't believe in it. But fuck it. Broncos lost to the Patriots. So if you lose to the Patriots, I have no faith in you. Especially now. This version of the Patriots is bad words. All right. Packers, Vikings -2. I haven't seen a -2 in forever. It's probably more money coming in for the Packers late. It might go up. It might go up to minus 2.5, 3 by kickoff Sunday night. I'm going with the Vikings minus 2. Fun fact, not fun fact, but real fact, we do these on Wednesday nights at 8:30. So it might change, it might fluctuate whenever you do it. Word. So that's the vibes, all right? So for me, like, hey, mind you, we do this on Wednesdays. So if you do looking at Sunday morning, you do your parlays, you're like, oh, the number change. Smash natural icons. Oh my god. Bro, you could do alternate spreads or you could just do what they give you. If you confident, you big bold, it's your bread. If you lose, don't blame us. Don't blame us. We just two dudes. Well, I'm just one dude today. But two dudes, two brothers who just love football. That's what we are. Kind of swords of the football space. But when you win, if you win, especially with this parlay I'm about to give y'all, bless us with dropping a like, subscribing. If you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to be a part of the show, at BaptisteBros on Instagram, hit us up, and we will definitely chop it up with y'all and send you a link to join the show. We want more faces. We want people who have their valid opinions. Now, if you say some dumb shit, you're gonna get roasted for sure. But we want people with diverse opinions about football, about different teams. Hey, in our group chat, we got Patriots fan, we got a Patriots fan, 2 Jets fans, a Giants fan, Ravens, Saints. So it's not that many of us. It's not that many of us that represent. So if let's say you're a freaking Lions fan, like, all right, cool, great, awesome. So for me, if you want to be a part of the Baptiste family, come on now, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. Now the parlay that we about to give y'all, it's a how many leg? It's a 4-leg parlay, all money line. I mean, I want money line, give you money line. So we got the Lions money line. We got the Bears money line. We got the Saints money line, and we got the Ravens money line at plus 17.05. Right? So that's, let me see my handy dandy my app here. So we got Saints money line. We got Ravens money line, Detroit money line, and then the Chicago money line. Plus 17.05. 10 cash to win you 170. $1 to win you $17. $5 to win you $85. You can definitely do that. 25 cash if you're feeling risky to win you $426. You feel me? That's Natural's parlay. So Natural, he's like, yo, I'm not gonna be there, but let the fan base know of the parlay. So I did my job. Now for me, I'm gonna take out Detroit, right? Keep it calm. I put Ravens, Bears, Saints, and that's pretty much it. Ravens, Bears, Saints is plus 430. I'm 473. So 10 cash wins you $47. But I do like the Lions a lot. I like the Lions a lot. So I will probably keep that. But now there's another play that you can do. And it's low key, it's bold. It's a bunch of underdogs. But you fuck around, we put the Chargers money line. I'm just talking out my ass, y'all. Don't mind me. Chargers money line, Panthers money line, Giants money line, Raiders money line, and then Detroit. Do I have the Saints in the Saints? So it's a big one. It's plus 46,000. So you throw $1 on that, 400 cash. But it's a bunch of underdogs, so it might not hit. So with that, I'm gonna leave you out with this one right here: Lions, Bears, Saints, Ravens. I do think this is gonna hit at 17.05. I'm taking a break from sports betting a little bit, but I do get paid on Friday. So we might see. I might see myself throw $1 on it. Little 10 cent on it. All right. But like I promised y'all, playoff clinching scenarios real quick before I close out the show. Here we go. So week 17 of 2023. Here are the clinching scenarios. So first, Miami and Baltimore both clinch playoff spots, though. But the Ravens can clinch the NFC North title with a win or a Cleveland loss. So if the Jets can hold it down and upset the Browns, we win the North. We win the North. So that's what I'm rooting for. But we could win if we win against Miami on Sunday. We win the division. We clinch a first round bye. We clinch the 1 seed with a win. We beat Miami. That's it. Because no matter what they do, they can't do nothing. So we love that. So if we just say we win and we lose to Pittsburgh, or we rest our starters for Pittsburgh, Miami would win and we would beat them. So it doesn't matter. Buffalo needs a lot to happen. Buffalo needs they need to win, and then they need a Pittsburgh loss, a Bengals loss, a Jacksonville's loss, all mixed in somewhere. But the most logical thing that the Bills need to get the playoffs is a win, and then a Pittsburgh Cincinnati loss. That is it, which is definitely doable. So, we could definitely wake up New Year's Day with the Bills coming back from beyond the grave and getting into the playoffs and being a very scary team. Who else we have? The Browns clinch a playoff berth, which they should, with a win or a Pittsburgh loss or Buffalo, Jacksonville, and then a combined Houston Indy loss. So they pretty much control their own destiny. All they need to do, if they take care of business, they win and they're in the playoffs, which is really nut. With 11 wins, mind you. For a Cleveland Browns team with 4 starting quarterbacks, that would be nut. Jacksonville clinches a playoff berth and the AFC South title simultaneously with a win as well as both a Indy and Houston loss. So if they handle business against the Carolina Panthers and save my parlay, and they beat and Indy loses to the Raiders, which I have happening, and Houston losing to Tennessee, which I don't have happening, Jacksonville would just hold it down. Kansas City clinches a playoff berth and the AFC West title with a win, just a win, or a Cleveland, Raider loss and a Denver loss. So the more logical outcome is they're going to win the division by beating the Bengals and locking in. They got to lock in this week. Miami clinches the AFC title with a win or a loss, or Buffalo loss. But I have Baltimore winning, obviously. So this sets up for next week. If the Bills win, they're playing for the division. That's spooky hours, y'all. I like it. I like it a lot. For the NFC side, real quick, the only 4 teams that make it so far is the Lions, Niners, Cowboys, and Eagles. The Rams could clinch a playoff berth at 9-7 with a win and a Seattle upset loss to the Steelers, or a win and let's say the Minneapolis and Green Bay and the Vikings tie. So who knows? We might be able to see it. Philly can clinch the NFC East title with a win and a Dallas loss, or, which is unlikely, a Philly tie and a Dallas loss. So Saturday is a big day for Philly because if the Cowboys lose, they'll be extra pumped and locked in. So if they win, it's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Exactly. San Fran clinches the 1 seed with a win as well as a Detroit and Philly loss. So for me, 49ers, ironically, is rooting for the Cowboys. Weird, but whatever. Seattle can clinch a playoff berth with a win and a tie between the Vikings and the Packers. And finally, which is, I hope it doesn't happen for Nature's sake, because he'll be a very depressed man on Tuesday. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers can clinch the NFC South with a win, or they tie and Atlanta loses to Chicago. So pretty much Tampa Bay controls their own destiny. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for week 17. I know it's a quick ass show because you don't got me and that you both chatting at each other. And we don't got the freaking playoff simulator thing because I don't know the website he uses. Two, don't really feel like it. But with that said, I'm Shabazz. Natty Bass is probably listening in or watching it later. So he sends his regards to the fan base. Elku and whoever else is watching, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, God willing. Hopefully, I don't get too lit for New Year's. If you are celebrating it, happy holidays. Enjoy your New Year's. See you guys at 2024. That's crazy to say. Great year. And I'm freaking end the shit now before I start crying. But yeah, Happy New Year. See you guys on Tuesday, 2024, the first show of the new year. Thank you guys for rocking with us. And hopefully in 2024, we just continue to get better and better. That's the goal. We do this shit for fun, but at the end of the day, if you're doing it for fun, that's the best way to do it. So if you're watching with us, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna freaking so I'm gonna freaking end this shit now before I start bawling my eyes out. So yeah. So see you guys on Tuesday. Happy New Year, guys. Much love. Much love, y'all.